there's that techno music. Computer viruses can come from various different sources, but how can we prevent them from coming through our favorite social media sites like Facebook of all places? Joining us now is our good friend Stan Prager from GoGeeks in East Longmeadow to tell us more. Stan, I shouldn't be surprised, but I kind of am. I didn't realize you could, quote unquote, catch a virus from Facebook, but I guess really anywhere on the internet you can.
Exactly. Well, criminals, as you know, are very opportunistic, both in the real world and in the virtual world. And when you consider that Facebook is the most popular social networking app in the world, and that there's billions of people actually that are Facebook members at this
that's
point.
what they're targeting then.
Exactly. So, but there's a few things that you can do to protect yourself. I mean, the most important thing is if you get a link posted to your wall from a friend of yours, or if you get a message, the Facebook instant messaging, and there's a link there, be cautious about clicking on that link, because if they've been hijacked, you're going to click on that link. They're not really providing you with them. They've been hijacked themselves. You click on it, you could infect your computer. You could also potentially allow your Facebook to get hijacked, and then you send that same link out to everyone in your network.
Now that you say that, I've received a few of those, and usually I can tell because it's a very generic message. It doesn't say, "Hey Chris, how you doing? Good to see you." It'll just have the link, or maybe just a few words like "check this out."
Exactly, that's correct. Or there'll be a teaser in there of some type to get you interested in seeing it, So that's something to really avoid. Use caution. Normally you can see a thumbnail of what the link is. If you can't and there's just a link, that's a problem.
That's a good clue.
So that's a good clue. So that's number one. Second thing is don't, and a lot of people fall for this, don't accept friend requests from people that you don't know.
Get those as well, sure.
Exactly. So, and sometimes it's just because somebody saw you post somewhere, maybe on a political page or something like that, and they thought, hey, he's a smart guy, I want to be his friend. You may not want to be friends with that person anyway.
I don't know if that happens a lot for me, but okay.
But you never know, right?
Sure.
What you want to do, a really safe thing to do, is click on that person and see, do they have any other mutual friends?
Or any friends at all. I bet people try to friend me, and I'll go to their, their page and see that they just joined. They have no friends. I don't know who they are, so I'm always suspicious.
Exactly. I always look for the mutual friend thing. If I click on it, it says mutual friends with Chris Pisano, probably okay. I'll take a chance.
I appreciate. I'm like the litmus test for you.
I'll take a chance. Use caution when authorizing third-party apps to post on your behalf. What that is so you're playing a game or something, or you take one of those quizzes and it says share to Facebook your results. You got 100%. You're a genius, Chris. Share this to Facebook, right? If you hit share and if it says give this app permission to post on your behalf, be cautious about that, because what you're doing is you're giving them access to your Facebook.
And a lot of them do that nowadays.
Yes, they do. They do.
Who knows why they need access to all your friends, but that's what they ask for.
Exactly. And if the app asks, and if the app is Western Mass News or New York Times or something like that,
if it's legit,
it's safe. Right, it's safe. But if it's some quiz that you took online about, who's on Mount Rushmore or something, I would be, a bit cautious with that. You know what I mean? A little skepticism goes a long way.
It sure does.
And then with Facebook, as with everything else we've talked about in the past, use a strong password.
Grapefruit.
Yeah, exactly, or Fluffy One, which is our favorite, right? The name of the dead pet. And change that from time to time. If you think that you've been hijacked, and I've been hijacked on Facebook. I made that error.
Really?
Yeah, it happened to me once. I made that error where I clicked on a link without thinking about it, and all of a sudden I'd been hijacked. So the first thing I did was change my Facebook password and let all my friends know that, geez, if you got a weird link from me, don't click on it.
It wasn't from me.
Yep. And then finally, the last thing, and more important, is today we get notifications from Facebook. It's kind of annoying through email.
Yeah.
And we usually ignore those, but some people actually click on those. Criminals will mimic those. So it won't actually be from Facebook. It'll be from somebody else, but it'll look just like a Facebook notification.
So best to just not open them in general?
Don't click on those. Yeah, don't click on those. If you want to check Facebook, Facebook gives you enough notifications. They'll annoy you, right, to death.
Too many.
Too many, right? So, but you don't need the ones in your email which have an actual link. If you avoid clicking on those, you'll go a long way towards protecting yourself from falling victim to criminals who are using, it's kind of like a phishing email, but it mimics Facebook rather than something else.
All right, Stan. Great information as always. Thank you. Now, when we